Last night, my mother saw your face, and something shifted. She looked at your picture and smiled in a way that made the whole room lighter, as if your presence had reached across distance and time to bless our home. She did not just see a photograph, she saw a reflection of peace, of love, of a future she had hoped for but never dared to imagine. Her heart, which had carried years of concern, caution, and worry about the world my life would encounter, softened in the glow of your image. And in that moment, I realized something profound. The woman who has guided me, protected me, and shaped me had silently approved of the love that had transformed my soul. My mother, the woman who once lectured me on duty, decorum, and careful choices, looked at your picture and felt joy. She felt relief. She felt certainty. And I understood in that instant that you were not just a blessing for me, you were a blessing for my family, for my future, for the story of my life unfolding as it was always meant to. She did not need words to say it. The expression on her face spoke volumes. She saw honesty, she saw character, she saw depth, and she saw a woman who would not just walk beside me but uplift the entire world I carry on my shoulders. It is a rare gift to have someone whose eyes measure not just appearances but soul, and she saw yours. She saw the way your heart beats with empathy, the way your strength does not need to shout, the way your love is patient, quiet, yet overwhelming in its power. She saw the woman who had touched my soul in ways no other could, the woman who reshaped my life with every word, every smile, every gesture, and in that recognition she was happy, truly, deeply happy. Because mothers, when they see love that is pure, know it immediately. They do not need the explanations, the proclamations, the worldly justifications. They recognize authenticity, the kind that cannot be fabricated. And last night, my mother recognized you. She saw that you were the one who completed the life I had only partially lived. She saw that your presence made me lighter, stronger, calmer, braver, more complete, and that, in her eyes, was enough to celebrate. She saw your beauty, but not only the surface beauty the world admires. She saw the quiet dignity in your posture, the thoughtfulness in your gaze, the subtle power in your gentleness. She saw the compassion in your smile, the honesty in your words, the courage in your stillness, and she realized, as any wise mother would, that a love built on such truth is not fleeting, it is eternal. It is safe, it is sacred. I watched her as she held the photograph, tracing its edges with her eyes, almost memorizing the reflection of you in it. I watched her lips curl in happiness, her shoulders relax, her heart speak without uttering a single sound. And in that moment, I understood the full power of what you had brought into my life, not just for me, but for everyone who truly cared about me. You were a presence that transformed more than my heart. You transformed my family's perception of love, of trust, of hope. My mother smiled and spoke softly to herself, words I could barely hear, yet clear enough to know her heart was celebrating you. She said, "This is the one." And I knew in that instant that the woman she had blessed was not a stranger to her. You were the one she had always hoped I would find, the woman who could bring light to my life, calm to my spirit, and joy to our home. And in that joy, she found the reflection of everything she had ever wished for me. You have no idea how powerful that happiness is, how transformative it feels to see the woman I love embraced, even silently, by the one who gave me life. Your picture alone carried enough truth to dissolve years of worry, enough warmth to fill a room with love, enough presence to bridge generations and hearts. My mother understood that love had chosen wisely, that the heart I entrusted was safe, and that I was no longer alone in navigating the world, because you, in your entirety, would be my partner in every way that matters. And so last night, when my mother looked at your picture and smiled, it was more than joy. It was acceptance, it was hope, it was peace. It was the beginning of a story that intertwined our lives in ways deeper than appearances, stronger than circumstance, and truer than any fairy tale the world could tell. And in that moment, I realized with certainty that the woman who had won my heart had also won my family's heart. She looked at you, she smiled, she whispered blessings only her heart could know, and I knew, beyond the realm of doubt, that our love had been destined not only for us, but for everyone who truly wished for our happiness. Last night, a silent promise was made not in words, not in vows, but in the quiet acknowledgement of a mother's joy. You are welcome in our hearts, and your presence is celebrated, cherished, and loved not just by me, but by the ones whose approval matters most.